Fine, and here we go. Oz against HerO, Protoss versus Protoss on Cloud Kingdom. Once again, to the bottom left of the map, we have our Protoss player for the FXO team. It is Oz, who was, who played pretty well so far. He seems to be a little bit under the weather right now. Apparently he did not get too much sleep this night. At the top right we have his opponent, HerO, who was looking pretty confident earlier when he entered the room. We are still at the Fnatic team house in Seoul, Korea. Just opened up a few days ago, and those guys really made a great just area, well, not area is not the right word.
The atmosphere is amazing.
The atmosphere that they created is brilliant, yes.
I really like what they've done with this house, and with the studio they've set up basically for us to use in one of the bedrooms. It's just so easy for us to have these tournaments, and they really know what they're doing. I'm really happy with what we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun here. This
match should be awesome, by the way. Oz's PvP is so good, and HerO's PvP is decent, but his micro is so good that anything could happen here. I expect Oz to win this, but, you know, anything can happen with HerO. I don't know what's going to happen. I just want to wait and watch for it, you know, to unfold. Let's see what build orders these players choose. We just saw an awesome PvP between two players, and PvP is actually my favorite matchup to cast because it's so technical and it's so easy to predict exactly what's going to happen once you see the build orders chosen. Like, I can, like, see, you know, you can as well, you can kind of see, like, how things are progressing and what's going to happen next. It's so fun to just like build the pyramid of the game as it happens.
It's still kind of strange to hear someone actually say that his favorite matchup is a mirror matchup. I've only seen very few people who would actually say that. I have to admit that in terms of mirror matchups, Protoss versus Protoss is kind of my favorite. And but at the same time, I feel like there are so many matchups, like for example TVZ or ZVP, that I prefer a lot more than just having two players with the same rage facing each other.
I just love, what I love about mirror matchups as a caster is to be able to see two players have the exact same units and see how they use those. It's like, rather than watching
chess.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than watching something where the balance just does not come into play, it's just like chess or checkers where both players have the same pieces. How do they use them? It's just really fun to watch. In TVT, for example, you have a chess game that's very complex and it's all about positioning, but in this game it's more about micro, and it's about split-second decisions that you have to make right then. In TVT, if you don't decide right then, you might be okay still, but in this game, if you hesitate for a second, you lose.
Yeah, that's
same with ZVZ, in fact, but...
Yeah, that's kind of what we've seen in the last Protoss versus Protoss that we've casted today. And this is definitely going to be very interesting with Oz and HerO matched up here. As we said, both of them are currently in the player area. Oz a little bit tired, but he wanted to get those games started right away. He was sitting there the entire time, kind of waiting for it to start, and as soon as we entered the lobby, he was immediately like going, "Are you ready? Are you ready? Can we go? Can we start this? Can we start the match?" So he's really, really eager to face HerO, who's going for a Twilight Council transition on one gate.
Yeah, it looks like HerO is going to go for a Blink Stalker all in off of one base. Oz is now taking his own Twilight Council.
I would love to see both of them go for Blink Stalker play because
it's so epic
that
to watch.
Is the most amazing thing. It all comes down to micro, and we've seen Oz with an amazing Blink Stalker micro. This guy is just so insane when it comes down to his unit control, but so is HerO, as you pointed out earlier in the early game. We already have the forward pilot.
Oh, he's actually going to make Dark Shrine.
Interesting. Yeah, he's going for the DTs.
And this is going to work really well for him, considering Oz not only has made a Twilight Council rather than Robo, but has no sentries available to force seal the ramp.
There's no detection whatsoever for Oz, so that... Oh, and a Twilight... Sorry, not only a Twilight Council, but the Dark Shrine for Oz as well. DTs against DTs.
If Oz finds his opponent's forward pylon, then that's basically the only chance he has at winning this game. Unless his opponent completely botches okay, he finds it. And it looks like HerO's actually going to put some pressure on as he does this, but he's not going to have that forward pylon, he's going to have to remake it. Will he get this pylon in time? He's trying to save it actually with those units.
DT expand for Oz, this is going to be so funny to tell you the truth.
Yeah, his opponent's probably going to make a Nexus very soon as well. He has to make those DTs first. In the middle of the map, this engagement is getting a little bit carry.
Nice, very
He
well done
forces
here by
the
Oz.
pylon.
Wow, he's not killing only one stalker but two, and retreats with every single one of his own, so he's not losing a single unit to
Yeah,
this.
beautiful micro. Now the pylon will finish for HerO, so he can get his DTs out, but Oz's Dark Shrine is getting closer and closer to finishing, and it's all going to come down to where the DTs are at the moment, and neither player can make a forge in time. Oh, this is so scary, because Oz will... He won't have any time to make a forge, whereas HerO may be able to make a forge, just depends. Here come the DTs.
Here they are at the same time, also headed into the base of HerO.
Warp-in sentries, needs warp-in sentries right now.
He does not. He's chrono boosting his gates, but he can't prevent them from getting into his main base. Same happens for HerO. This could get really crazy here.
This will get crazy right now. There are 2 DTs out for both players, and the potential to warp in more DTs is there. Robotics on the way for Oz, something that HerO has not done. Oz also has not canceled his blink. Looks like he wants to keep those. Okay, there he goes, canceling it. He's actually mined enough resources to make another Nexus as well here, if he can save some of his probes.
Oz is losing all of his probes at this point. The Nexus in the
actually...
base of a HerO goes down.
I think Oz is going to win this game because he has enough money for another Nexus. He's actually taking out some of his opponent's probes right now. And he killed the Nexus faster. His opponent's going to be revealed. Actually, is this Nexus? Okay, so he's not going to cancel that. That's interesting. Okay, there he goes. Now he has enough money for his own new Nexus, but with the Observer...
Look at the unit count right now. We have also 5 Stalkers and we have 2 DTs, while he also has 1 single Observer.
If he had lost his Nexus rather than his probes, the Robo would have been revealed and his strategy would have been revealed. But in this case, his strategy will not be revealed, and his opponent is basically out of luck here. If he just targets down this pylon, that doesn't matter.
Oh, at this point, this looks pretty cool. And
oh man, this is actually intense. He's gonna start it now.
Ooh, is he able to snipe?
He's gonna snipe it. He has DTs. That's it.
That
has going down, but it doesn't matter.
Another one, but at this point, it does not matter anymore because Oz has so many units and he is killing everything that HerO has. The second pylon has to be cancelled.
This is so weird to watch DTs kill DTs that can't see DTs.
That's actually putting it mildly. DTs kill DTs that can't see DTs. Because no one can see the Observer.
Yep, and that is that.
This is one of the weirdest PvP that I have seen in ages.
This happens actually a lot. It's so dumb when it happens, but it does happen a lot.
That is a very accurate description. It is just really dumb.
I actually am surprised Oz was able to take this game, considering all the odds were stacked against him. But he was able to do it, and the game's not over yet, but it basically will be. Oz has the ability to send his DTs only to defend his home base and send his Stalkers to kill his opponent's main if he wants to. He has the better Stalker count, and actually, yeah, he does.
He also has more DPS at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he could actually just fight his opponent's army.
He can just go into the main base.
Defending with his DT is the best option, or just one DT even, and then sending the other... Okay, so he's going to do it the opposite way, which is fine. Because that way his DT does the damage no matter what. Now that I think about it, yeah, I guess this way is better. Yeah, there's no way HerO can kill this base faster. He's going to try.
Yeah, especially with the units that are now walking up the ramp, the 1 DT.
Yeah, why is Oz hesitating so much, though? I mean... I don't know. It's possible he could win this trade. I just don't think he can do it.
How would he be able to do it? He's losing his Stalkers and the DT's getting sniped now. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's no way. I mean, I thought maybe if Oz kept hesitating outside of his base, might as well do it, but no, GG.
GG, HerO loses a very odd first game. Oz, the victor in this DT battle, claim victory on Cloud Kingdom, and we are headed into game number 2.